My name is Allison Caswell, and I'm going to go over week 3, module 3 with you about my persuasive speech topic. So, I'm doing my topic on the legalization of cannabis, and I've found a lot of information on it, in which some of it is trying to decide what to use and what not, because the thesis statement that I'm using is it should be federally legalized and regulated to treat physical and psychological ailments, and it has been used throughout the world for thousands of centuries and merits a non-biased review by the United States. Now, I have plenty of different things that I can go in which direction. I have that, it is already used in some medicine to treat for chemotherapy, things like that. I have it as, which is Marinol, um, Sativix, and Sesamet. So I have that kind of point. There's just so much information about it that, in a way, I'm having a hard time deciphering which side of it to go. I am for it for medical purposes, but the problem is there's so much that I can do about it. I can go over the history of it, why it became illegal, which actually had to do with the Great Depression. Um, and then there was also some movies that were made, such as Reefer Madness, that talked about how cannabis could cause violence, divorcing, murder, suicide, and things like that. So I have that. But then there's also safety and regulation. I don't want it to look like it's one-sided where it's only about the good things or whatever. I mean, Colorado, they did regulation that in that way. I've got to the point where it's originally legal in the United States, already used in cannabis and prescriptions. Many cultures use it, and crime statistics would be much lower. I do have that. The question is how much. The problem I'm having is so much information, and I want it to be more along the lines of the good outcome of it. I don't want to go into which this is a topic I understand that is to some that is totally one way, and that's the whole purpose of the video is, or the speech, to maybe to open some eyes for that. My research is going great. There's just so much information about it. It's a problem. So I would love some input on which direction, or not which direction, but some ideas of which, it's just, if you could see my outline, it is wicked long, and it's got a lot of good stuff in it, but I want to make sure that it is valid. It's all valid information. I've gone through great sources, things like that. It's just there's just so much, and so I would love to hear some ideas, you know, from everyone about which direction to kind of go to, not to do it for me, but just to give me an idea. Because in the body and things, I have like history of it, why it was made illegal, current uses, safety and regulation, crime statistics, other country views, and things like that. So I would love to see if maybe that would be a great way to go, or if maybe leave out some of the things that I have talked about, because the history of it, I mean, I can go all the way back to BC times. So I would love to get some input. It asked if we wanted some input on this week, and I definitely would. I definitely would like some inputs. Persuasive method would probably be using facts, excuse me. My video is horrible. We are out of town, so I've apologized for the terrible video, but the screen. But I definitely do need some backup here a little bit. I would like to ask for some help to see about getting some ideas about and that such. So again, thank you for watching my video. I totally went over the 1 to 3 minutes, but like I said, I'm not really struggling. I just am having a lot of information. And granted, the speech is supposed to be at least 7 minutes long. I just want to make sure when it goes through that it doesn't show lopsidedness. I want it to be smooth in that way. And by the way that my outline looks, I mean, to me it's great, but I just want to make sure that I hit on the notes of what I'm actually trying to do, and that is the legalization of cannabis for medicinal purposes. So thank you again, and any input would be great. Thanks.